Okay.
Well, good morning, and want to wish everybody a happy new year. Start with Brian, go around the room and introduce who's all here.
Brian Colesworthy, Teton County Planner.
Melody Markson, Choteau Acantha.
Ashley Phelan, Choteau Acantha.
Joe Dellwo, Commissioner.
Dick Snellman, Commissioner.
Sam Carlson, Commissioner.
And thanks and welcome. We have no minutes today. Our secretary is under the weather. No road encroachments that we found.
Okay.
We need to just open a budget hearing for the library.
And you can just declare that open. I don't think we need a motion.
Motion for that.
So Joe, explain to us why we are having a mid-year hearing and what the topic of the hearing is.
Last resolution.
It's on the bottom.
It's budget amendments providing for additional appropriations that must identify the fund reserves, unanticipated revenue, or previously unbudgeted revenue that will fund the appropriations. That's what the resolution for the next meeting says.
Do we have any new appropriations at this time?
It says we have
Unanticipated?
received unanticipated funds from the DPHHS to benefit the alcohol fund. That doesn't make any sense. That letter, but it's basically it's reflecting the increased donations for the Choteau Library and the Fairfield Library.
Okay,
And the numbers will be on the resolution for next week. It's just so they have the ability to expend those funds.
okay. That explains it.
Yep.
It doesn't have to do with the cash that you guys have been giving them
No.
to keep them afloat till the property tax came.
Yeah, the property taxes are in, so they're no longer in that
Right.
position.
So
It's
that-
just, yep.
Cash
But
has
they're-
gone back to where it needed to be
Right.
and,
My understanding is that the library board is trying to figure out how to keep that from happening again.
yes, they approved it. There was a budget committee that met on the 2nd, and it approved a recommendation to the board that they continue the freeze in expenditures through, I'm gonna say, June of 2025. They will not spend more than $11,000 per month. And that's gonna be really tough for them to do, but if they did that by June of 2025, they should have their cash reserve back up to around $60,000.
Which is where it needs to be. And we're anticipating that sometime during the year, we'll probably have to do what we did last year and run in the red. But as long as they're fixing the problem long-term, that's not an issue with us.
The board hasn't taken action to approve that, it's just a recommendation, but that's what the librarians themselves came up with.
Yep. Yep, so they're working at it.
And that budget hearing will be open until when?
The 18th.
Okay.
Or 19th.
No.
Paul came in the other
She
day and
had
she
that.
had it in her head the next meeting was the 19th. And we had a little fun with that. It'll be till the 18th.
Okay.
Then we have, every year we have the new year resolutions. This will be resolution 2024-01. And it's setting the terms for mileage and meals and per diem for the county.
I would move to approve resolution 2024-01.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Resolution 2024-02, establishing the fire season in Teton County, which we do every year.
I would move to approve that.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passed. Resolution 2024-03, establish regular meeting hours, or meeting dates, I should say, for the County Commissioner Board. And that will stay the same.
I would move to approve that.
Second.
Been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passed. Resolution 24-04, setting office hours for the Teton County. Be the same as before, 8 to 5.
I'll move to approve that.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passed. Resolution. We have a typo error. Should be 2405, which is clerk and recorder's office, 8 to 5. What's your pleasure, gentlemen?
I would move to approve that.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Resolution 24-06 would be the Justice of the Peace. 8 to 5. 95% full-time hours.
I'd move to approve that resolution.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion passed. Resolution 2407. And this one, publication and notification, 48-hour notice for board meetings.
I would move to approve those.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Those are the New Year's resolutions. I'll jump ahead just one and open a resolution or a
Hearing.
hearing for abandonment of the power streets. It's been advertised and it'll close on the 18th. And that's for the perennial properties which won't be subdivided, so, or developed. And then we'll move on to the William and Rebecca Burgess subdivision. Brian, you wanna?
Yep. So we received the final plat back from Staley Engineering with an examining land survey approved. All adjustments have been made. I would ask that the Commissioner Board approve this pending signature on the final Mylars and tax verification from when they come in and do all their fees and everything. And then they'll record the DEQ paperwork along with the joint water agreement that they have because the water point will be on their property, but they already had that signed from the water company and from the new landowners or the landowners. And again, I've had no public comments come back regarding this with a disapproval or any suggestions.
Yeah, we haven't either.
Haven't had any calls, no. I would move that we go ahead and approve that with those conditions.
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the Burgess subdivision. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. I believe that's all that's on the agenda. Commissioners report. You do wanna,
Yeah, we had our last building meeting, Mel, it's been quite a
Oh, that's
while,
right.
but
Yeah.
the individual stakeholders have been working with the engineer, and we received email from Staley that they're ready to go, and I think these are the same, aren't they?
yeah, I just printed 2 copies.
Okay.
We have an extra timeline, a proposed timeline for the building, and I think there were some minor changes. Keith had a window in the morgue that was regular height, and he wants them
Higher up.
higher, so there's privacy in there. And I think that Melissa had maybe a doorway change or something. It was all minor, but
Countertop, I think.
yeah, I think that we're actually ready to go. So the engineer's gonna start doing his thing, and he gave us the proposed timeline. So that's what I gave you. So we're moving forward slowly but surely.
That's good. It's nice to see.
And so what is the next step? To drop specifications and call for bids, or?
It's all on there.
He'll do the
It's really hard to
blueprints,
read.
and then
Schematic
for-
design is what we're at now, and then finalized design. Then we have to review and sign off on the design. And then advertising, it looks like it starts in February. So, but the whole
Yep.
2-year process is in this proposal, so we just thought we'd give you a copy of it, and,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
any public comment?
We have won a district judge level ruling in the closure of the 9th Judicial District Advisory Council in the selection of the judge appointment. The state is going to appeal it, but at this point, Judge Benahem said that the council meeting was illegally closed because there was no specific statement of privacy by the 2 candidates. They both invoked their right to privacy, but they didn't say why. They didn't give a narrow reason why they should. And so without an actual reason given to Jen Stutz, she couldn't do the balancing act correctly because she couldn't weigh just a carte blanche request for privacy. The judge said that if that were allowed, then any public meeting could be closed if someone came in and said, I want to invoke my right to privacy. And the judge said that won't work. We've got the open public meeting law. We need a very specific reason, and then if the presiding officer decides that's reasonable, it can only be closed for that small amount of time that that particular topic is discussed. Whereas in this case,
The whole
the
meeting
interviews,
was,
everything
yeah.
was closed except for the final vote. So we think that's great guidance for future judicial vacancy advisory councils. But the state is going to, the governor's office plans to appeal, so whether we hope that it's upheld by the Supreme Court.
And I don't believe there's any public notices other than the airport is looking for a couple board members.
Right.
That being said, our next meeting will be the 18th. And I would adjourn the meeting.
Okay. 16 minutes.
Did you get a copy of this?